Great morning, holy brothers! Thank you so much for joining us on our pathway to peace, inside the garden of peace. If you're following along, we're on the bottom of page 25, and today's lesson is going to be called Moshiach like Moshe, or Messianic Moses. Here we go. We were talking about yesterday that we must absolutely, no matter what, focus on getting married. Because no matter how good you can be, no matter how much you can do, your purpose in the world is for what? What are you here for? What's your reason for being, man? Thank you. Somebody says, you exist for what purpose? You better have an answer. Amen. You exist because you're supposed to come close and connect and cleave to your Creator. That should be on the tip of your tongue, always, 24/7, 365. You have to know why you are here. That's it. And if you know why you're here, you should be working towards your goal. If you have a job and you want to get a promotion, you have to know how much you have to put in, how many hours, what kind of effort, and what kind of accomplishments you need to do to get to your goal. How many more minutes, how many more hours do I have to put in to reach my next bar that I want to jump across? When you want to go to the gym, how much do I need to lift? How much do I have to do to get into the competition? You have to know what your purpose is. Am I doing something right now that is helping me achieve my goal or helping me get further away from my end result? You want a new car, you want a new house, you want a new job, whatever it is, you got to pray to God. You got to do some ishtadlus. How much work do you have to do is exactly inversely proportional to the amount of emunah that you have. But if you want to know what level you're on, and you want to know what you're supposed to be doing, how you're supposed to be doing, you need to look at your wife. You need to understand the relationship that you have with her is an exact reflection of how God thinks of you and what God thinks of you. If your wife is pleasant with you at the moment, and your wife is helpful to you, she's going to be your Ezer Kenegdo, the one who is going to be helping you get to where you need to be in a nice, pleasant, positive manner that is the most heavenly bliss you can ever imagine. And if she sees that she's yelling at you, or cursing at you, or having a fit, then you understand that Hashem right now is not so thrilled with what you're doing. He's using her as a barometer of your relationship with him. Yes! Here we go. Hashem punished Aaron's sons, or names, Nadav and Abihu, because they did not take wives. They were not married. Even though they were, according to the Zohar, righteous men, like on the level of Moshe Rabbeinu. King Chizkiah was a pious and an upright sage with the soul of Moshiach, the Redeemer, whose merit all of Israel learned Torah in, received a heavenly death sentence upon his head because he had not yet taken a wife. It's crazy. These people were on unbelievable levels. They were learning all day. They were trying to put themselves in complete, utter devotion to God solely for that purpose. We cannot even imagine what that sounds like. But it means that even though they were doing it, they could have been following 613 commandments. They could have been doing everything for God. But Hashem says, this is not what the world is about. I don't want you to be a monk. I don't want you to be a nun. I don't want you to live up on top of a mountain. You have to have a real relationship in this world. You need to be rooted in the physicality to take that and uproot it. Find my sparks everywhere in the world and make that shine. Be the light unto the nations, but live within the rules that I'm telling you. And you need a wife in order to accomplish that. You need a woman to understand this is the direction you need to be going, not that way. You can't be super comfortable living in a beautiful house in America with a gorgeous shul in your backyard. Hashem says, no. If your wife tells you you need to uproot everything that you've built and move to Israel, this is where I'm telling you your next mission is to go. So we say, of course. I get it. My wife says, let's go. What do you think? Of course I go. Your wife says, hey, we should get a Tesla. We should get a big 15-passenger van. Okay. Why would you put your own ego? Why would you put your own haughtiness into that conversation? Be humble, accept your mission with zrizistic with alacrity, with zealousness, with a positive energy, and run full force, full steam ahead. But you can never know which way to go unless you have your wife who's running the show. Right? Yes or no? The sentence was only rescinded on Chizkiyahu's head when he quickly ran and married Isaiah's daughter. Now Hashem says, okay, now you're going to understand what you're going to be here for. I need you to complete your missions. You're not going to get a heavenly baskol of God's voice emanating from the heavens telling you what to do when you wake up in the morning. But you better believe your wife is going to tell you that. No doubt about it, my friend. This leads to ask us, why is it so important to get married? Why were those that didn't marry punished so severely? Nadav, Avihu, Chizkiah, just 3 amazing, simple examples. I guarantee you they wanted to fulfill Hashem's mitzvahs. I guarantee you that their purpose for what they were doing was was a motive that was so high, you can't even fathom it. Yeah, they wanted to learn Torah, but they wanted to learn Torah with no distractions. They wanted to learn Torah with 0 disturbances in their life. They wanted to be able to cling to Hashem, to enjoy Him tremendously, and not say, oh my gosh, now I have to take out the garbage. Now I have to go to dinner for a whole family. Now I have to go to work. Now I have to go shopping because my wife wants me to hold her hand and go through the store and pick up stuff that I couldn't care less about. You think I want to go to Target? You think I want to go to Marshall's? You think I want to walk into a store where 95% of them are women and they're walking around, yapping away and dressed whatever ways that I shouldn't be looking at, let's say? Why do I have to go through these actions? Why do I have to go through these tests? Let me be like the army, the best that I can be, and let me do it my way. But Hashem says, no, that's the highway. When you understand that these people wanted to have sublime spiritual delights of this world, that they're clinging to the next world, so why would Hashem require them to marry? Okay, maybe me. Maybe I'm a lowly person. Maybe I don't know what to do. Maybe she's going to help keep me on the right track. It was really funny. In the video that I just put out, there was a guy in Israel. We asked him what he was thankful for. And he's got tattoos. You can see he's not wearing tzitzis. And I don't know what level he's on. But he said, what was he thankful for? He said he was thankful for that he has a girlfriend. I had a lot of people in the video that said that they were thankful they had a girlfriend. But he said he was thankful that he had a girlfriend that keeps him on the right path in life. He's not even married. And I don't know what kind of observance that he has. But even he understands that a woman in his life, a girl that is with him, is going to be directing him on the path that he should be on. He has not probably read this book. And I don't know how much Torah he's learning. But at least he knows that if he wants to be on the right path, somebody's going to have to kick him in the tuchus to get him where he needs to be. Maybe on his level it means not smoking marijuana the whole day. Maybe it means not stealing, but whatever it is, she's going to help him stay a little more straight. And that was what he was thankful for. How much more so do we have to open our eyes and understand the goodness and the greatness that we have in our lives when we're married, and the opportunities that we should be grabbing and seizing when somebody like that says it. It's it blows your mind. It opens your eyes. Wow. Wake up and appreciate what we have in life and understand why we have it and for what purpose. Not just have a girlfriend to be able to enjoy the girlfriend, but because she helps him be on the right track. Amazing. Unbelievable. That was from Thankful Thoughts number 32. Anyway, here we go. So, why does Hashem require them who are on such high levels to do it, whereas we can understand we need it? Doesn't the mitzvah of taking a wife and providing for her and all her needs tie a person down to this lowly, muddy, material world? Leave me alone. Let me super soar. Let me get on a jet plane. Here's the answer. The purpose of creation, one's observance of the Torah, and attaining your soul correction, your tikkun in life, can only, not somehow, not a little bit, not helpfully, but can only be achieved within the context of a marital relationship and a peaceful home. I don't care who you are. I don't care what you've done. I don't care what you plan to do. If you're not having peace in your home with a wife, you will never achieve what you have been brought down into this world for. The reason that you were created. Your job here. Can you imagine walking into a job on the first day of being a software engineer and not even knowing where the computer is or not knowing how to work a keyboard or a mouse? Like, what are you even doing there? Walking into a construction site, you've never lifted a brick, you don't have a hard hat, you're going to get clobbered, you're going to get destroyed, you're going to get decimated. What are you thinking? You need to know what to do, where you're going. Your wife is that guide, your wife is that help for you to know what you're doing here. Wake up, smell the coffee that she cooks in the morning, and even if you don't drink it. Therefore, marriage is senseless. There is no purpose to get married if you're not going to try to attain peace in your home. It is better for you not to screw things up than to get in there and know nothing what you're doing, why you married in the first place. You're given gold. You're given the most magnificent meal on a silver platter. Hashem is feeding it to you like a baby, and He's helping you every step of the way. And you're going to ignore what He's telling you when He's trying to be helping you every single day at every moment. Without marital peace, why in the world are you getting married? To fulfill your desires, to run after women, to be with them? Why should you commit transgressions over and over again and make your wife a mess that is miserable? You can be violating so many mitzvahs when you're in a house, married to a wife, and arguing with her. You're going to make her feel like trash. You're going to make her feel terrible. Not only are you hurting her, but you're hurting yourself because you're violating over and over and over again the commandments of the Torah. It better not be with her than cause yourself so much harm. But when you are married and you already have that wife with you, try to get the most out of it. Stop hurting yourself. Stop hurting her. And get the most out of it. Get the greatest you can possibly have, the most pleasure. Since one can observe the Torah fully and attain this soul correction only as a married man. If he doesn't get married, he renders himself superfluous in the world. It's like he's taking his body from up in heaven and plucking it out and flinging him out of the universe. What are you doing here if you're not going to fulfill what you're here for? You're wasting other people's time, you're wasting money, you're wasting life. Even worse, not only are you screwing up your own self, not only are you messing up your marriage, but the entire world as a whole can never be fully corrected if an individual is not fulfilling his purpose for being here. You're messing it up for your whole nation and the entire world if you're not doing what you need to. In our next lesson, Gadol, we will explain and expound on the concept with the help of two parables, two amazing super stories that describe situations in which we can all relate to, that are going to explain this in an amazing story. Stay tuned for tomorrow's next amazing, awesome lesson with our great chavrusas who are always here with us, helping us along the way, like a wife should be in your home every single day. Have an awesome, graciously amazing rest of your day.